Parents, what's the most shocking thing a teacher said about your child? My daughter's first grade teacher rang my office, voice trembling. Your child is missing. The principal took her an hour ago and still won't say where today. I hung up, phoned the school office, and asked where my daughter was. The receptionist said she was in a meeting with Principal Hunter and that I couldn't interrupt them. When I asked what kind of meeting needed a 6-year-old, she hung up on me. I grabbed my keys and blew past speed limits getting there. The receptionist jumped up as I walked in, insisting I needed to schedule an appointment. I demanded to know my daughter's location immediately. She explained Principal Hunter was handling a disciplinary issue and that I'd have to wait. I heard crying from the hall. It was my daughter's crying. I told her to move and shoved past her. She yelled for security, but nobody ever came. I tracked the noise to Hunter's office. Through the window, I saw my 6-year-old in the corner, palms pressed to the wall. The principal paced right behind her, flushed and yelling loudly. I tested the handle. Locked. I kicked the door so hard the frame splintered. Hunter whirled around, saying this was a disciplinary issue and threatening to call police if I didn't leave right away. My daughter ran to me, tears pouring. Daddy, he said I'm stupid because I can't read the big words. Hunter stepped forward, saying my daughter had disrupted his class again and needed to learn consequences. I reminded him she has dyslexia and that we'd filed accommodations 3 months ago. He waved off learning disabilities as excuses for bad parenting and said kids needed harsher discipline. I took out my phone and hit record, asking him to repeat what he said about my daughter. His face went pale as he insisted I couldn't record there, claiming it was against policy. Watch me. I kept filming. Tell me more about why dyslexia isn't real. Turn it off now. Emma, tell Daddy what happened now. My daughter lifted her gaze to the camera. He made me stand in the corner because I couldn't read the sentence. Then he said I was faking slowness to get attention. Hunter lunged at my phone. I stepped back, still recording. Hunter was sweating now, demanding I turn off the camera. I asked whether he'd really kept a 6-year-old inside for recess here every single day. He insisted discipline decisions were at his discretion. The receptionist appeared in the doorway with Mrs. Anderson, Emma's teacher. Mrs. Anderson looked shocked, explaining she'd been searching for Emma everywhere. When I asked whether he'd taken her without notifying the teacher, Mrs. Anderson confirmed he'd said it was urgent an hour earlier already. Hunter stepped between us, insisting teachers don't question administrative decisions. Mrs. Anderson's face hardened. Taking students without notice violates district policy. I don't answer to substitute instructors. The receptionist tugged Hunter's sleeve. Sir, I called the superintendent. He's on his way. Hunter's face went colorless now. You did what? You said to call backup immediately if parents became aggressive. I said security. Hunter began pacing. This is all a misunderstanding. The child needed discipline. For having dyslexia, she was being disruptive. Mrs. Anderson moved forward. Emma sits quietly in my class. She's never disruptive. She can't read on grade level because she has a documented learning disorder. Hunter spun around, which I don't recognize. I zoomed tighter on his face. Could you repeat that for the camera? The superintendent entered suddenly, just as Hunter made another grab for my phone. What's going on here? Dr. Williams asked, glancing around. This parent is harassing me and filming without consent. Dr. Williams eyed my phone, still actively recording. Is this about a student issue? Your principal doesn't believe dyslexia exists, I said evenly. Morrison began speaking quickly. The student was being disruptive and needed correction, and her parents became violent. After you took my daughter without telling her teacher and kept her here for over an hour. Dr. Williams turned to the principal. Is that accurate? That's when he finally went silent. He wasn't only fired, his teaching license was permanently revoked.